can tell by the title, today's video is going to be a review on the new Carli Bybel by ANASTASIA Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. I did use the palette to create this look right here, and I did film it. It's strictly an eye tutorial only, but I am not too sure if I'm going to upload it yet. I was looking back on my playback and I'm not a huge fan of it. It's nothing too bad, but you guys know how it is. Like, if it's not up to par for me, I'm not going to upload it, but we'll see how that goes. But I really wanted to get the review out for you guys first anyways, so let's go ahead and jump into this review. So first things first, this is how the packaging looks. It's in the box. So this in the front is how the front of the palette looks. Very similar, same thing. So it says Carli Bybel, ANASTASIA Beverly Hills on the front. And then on the back, it shows you the ingredients. Also shows you a picture of how the palette looks inside, along with the names. This is an eyeshadow palette, but it also has pressed pigments within it and a couple of mattes. I will get into that a little later. But basically, if you guys are not familiar with Carli Bybel, she is a beauty influencer here on YouTube. I really do like her. She's a sweetheart. I have not been watching her videos as of lately, so I was completely clueless on the fact that she even had a collab with ANASTASIA Beverly Hills. My mom had brought it to my attention, showed me a picture of the palette. I think it was like last week, I think, and I was like, that's really pretty. So she went ahead and got her one and got me one as well. The palette is gorgeous. Like, when I saw the picture, I was like, that's really pretty, but after I swatched it for you guys, because this is the second time I'm filming this video. So after I had swatched it, the shades were so pretty. Those pressed pigments are absolutely beautiful. Those are my favorite parts of the eyeshadow palette as a whole. So I really do like the eyeshadow palette. This is a limited edition palette, and it includes Carli's go-to mattes and shimmers in both warm and cool tones. Perfect for everyday to night artistry. So let's go ahead and open up this box. So again, this is how the palette looks, just like the front of the box, very similar. And here's how the palette looks in the inside. If you are familiar with ANASTASIA Beverly Hills, they usually have a mirror in their palettes along with the brush. I did not use the brush today at all, so it's still new and clean. There's 14 shadows in here total. There's about 6 mattes, and the rest are shimmer and pressed pigments. I will insert a clip recording the shades of the palette because it's very hard for you guys to see in this video, and I will also upload a picture of the swatches on my arm, but I am going to swatch it on my chest again because that really does the justice. Swatch on my chest again so you guys can see. But before I get into the swatches and let you guys know how I really feel about the palette, this palette is retailed for $45 at Sephora. Once again, it is a limited edition. I'm not telling you guys to go out and spend $45 on this palette, but I will get into it a little bit later about how I feel about this palette. I really do think the $45 for this palette is worth it because this palette is absolutely gorgeous. I really do like it. But let's go ahead and jump into these swatches. Now, Carli did do a video on her palette, basically describing which each shade was and also the names behind it and all that stuff. So you guys make sure you check out her video so you will really know the details about her palette and how she came up with the names and all of that stuff. So I think the first one, I think the way you pronounce it is Boli, and this is like a shimmer shade. It is really gorgeous. It reminds me of like a champagne nude shade. The next one is Bybel, which is a matte. It's like a matte mauve color. Next one is Mandela, which I actually used today in the corner of my eye. Kind of like an iridescent shade. It's like purple, pinkish, blue. It's really pretty. Next shade is Libra, which I absolutely love. I cannot wait to do a look with this. It's really pretty. Next shade, Jode, which is gorgeous, like a grayish color. I have never seen anything like this. So I really cannot wait to play in this. I definitely will be doing a look with this soon. Next one is OA, which I used today on my lid. This is one of the pressed pigments, I believe, for sure. And as you guys can see, it does have some hints of glitter in it. Next one, I think it's Boy. I'm not too sure, but it is a matte, kind of like ash brown shade. Next shade is Bear. This is also a matte, really light. So if I was to use this, I would probably definitely put something on top of it because it's very light. Next one is Moo, which is absolutely gorgeous. Next one is Shy. It's like a dark burnt orange color. Next one is Cindy, which I also used today. I used it in this area. I didn't use too much of it, but that's pretty. Definitely a pretty coral orange matte. Next one is Stev. It's a matte. This is what I used today. You guys already know because this is like a dark burgundy strawberry kind of shade, so it's really, really pretty. Next one is one of the pressed pigments, Arua, and this one is absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to create a look using this one. And the last one is another pressed pigment, My Angels. It's really pretty gold color. So here are the swatches. I will insert a picture of the swatches on my arm so you guys can really see. Shades are absolutely beautiful. My favorite ones out of the whole palette is really the shimmers and the pressed pigments. I do like a couple of the mattes, like the one that I used today, which is Stev. I also like Bybel and Boy and Shy. I definitely will get some use out of those. But as far as the shimmers and the pressed pigments, those are what really makes the palette, in my opinion, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I really do like the fact that Carli decided to go with these shades and these particular colors because they are absolutely gorgeous. So as far as the palette, for my first time digging into the palette today and showing you guys these swatches, the palette is absolutely gorgeous. You guys have heard me say that a couple times already, but I really do like this palette. When I first saw the picture, I was like, it's really pretty, but I was not expecting to really love this palette the way that I ended up loving it. So the palette is really gorgeous. I really do like it. I'm glad that I have it in my collection. Now I'm gonna be completely honest, when it comes to Anastasia Beverly Hills, as of lately, it's more so of their collabs that have really caught my eye with the eyeshadow palette. Their OG eyeshadow palette, the Modern Renaissance, which I have, my mom gave it to me. I really do like that palette. And then there was a couple more that they had came out with after that I'm not a huge fan of, but I do have the palette because my mom gave it to me. She got it and she was no longer using it, so I do have it in my collection. But so far, I really do like the Carli Bybel palette. I also have the Jackie Aina palette, which I need to do a review on for you guys. I keep forgetting. So I really need to do a review on that, and I do like that palette as well. And of course the Modern Renaissance palette, the Norvina palette. The Norvina palette, I don't have it, my mom has it, and that's pretty, but it wasn't really catching my eye like that. I did use it a couple times, I think once or twice, but it wasn't really catching my eye. So this one, Carli Bybel and Jackie Aina's palette, really has caught my eye. They are really both gorgeous palettes. Anastasia Beverly Hills has came out with some more palettes from Norvina. I don't have any of those, but they look pretty good. I'm not too sure yet if I want to purchase those, but so far I haven't heard any bad reviews on those. But this Carli Bybel palette I love it. I really do. So yeah, I didn't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show you guys these gorgeous swatches and let you guys know how I feel about the palette. And I'm sure you guys have caught the hint already how I feel about this palette. So that is pretty much it. Let me know down below in the comments how you feel about this palette. If you have this palette, let me know how you like it. If you don't like it, if you haven't purchased this palette yet and you plan on it, let me know. If you don't plan on purchasing this palette, let me know. Let's just go ahead and start a conversation about about this palette down in the comments because I really want to know your thoughts. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments as well, and I will try my best to answer them for you. But this pretty much concludes the video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to share with your family and friends. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome. And if you have not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the post notification bell so you will not miss a new upload from yours truly. I do plan on doing some more makeup looks using this palette, so stay tuned for that very, very soon. But anywho, once again, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one.